What is up, guys? Time for an oil change on the 2003 Nissan 350Z, my blue favorite car. Here we go. Just gonna get right into this. All right, here we have where you put the oil in. I took the cap off. It just unscrews. There it is. I do that because it lets it drain out the bottom quicker. The only thing I hate about this car when I have to work on it or do an oil change is taking that stupid thing off. Taking that off takes just as long as getting or doing the oil change. Look at how many bolts this thing has. And they're all 10 millimeters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One for the middle, 12. And there's actually two that I can't find, so 14. This thing has 14 bolts, 10 millimeters. Holding that stupid thing on for, I guess, in the sake of aerodynamics. I don't know, but I don't like it, and it just takes a lot of time. I'm gonna try to find an alternative solution. I think there's a company out there that makes a metal one that bolts right up with not as many fasteners. On this car, guys, once you take the bottom cover off, here's what you're presented with. We have oil filter and drain pan. This is on the passenger side of the vehicle. Okay, tire, passenger side. You get under this thing, you have your belts, which I did a horrible belt replacement video on this a while back, my first video actually. We have oil filter, drain plug. Got it? Easy access once you get this thing off. So what I'm going to try to do, yes, this actually works. I'm going to try to do nice. All right, so 14 millimeter, take this off, take the filter off. That's what we're going to do right now. And if this won't come off, then that means I over tightened it last time, and don't do that. All right. The way I'm laying under this car, this ain't helping. So here's what we're gonna try. There we go. All right, that's not working. Time to do this the hard way. As I told you in a video earlier, I lost my breaker bar. So instead of my breaker bar, I've made a ghetto breaker bar. This thing, right? Piece of pipe. There we go. Hold on. Kind of got stuck under my own car there for a minute. Now that that's broken loose, this car is not as hot. I actually didn't think it was going to be this hot, but this car is really hot, guys. So here we go. Hopefully I don't drop this one. There we go. Didn't drop it. There it is. There's that dirty, filthy oil. Let that drain. All right, guys. Well, that's draining. I'm gonna try to get this filter off by hand. No, it's not gonna happen. You know, some people say you bit off more than you can chew, or your your eyes are bigger than your stomach. Well, I tend to think I'm a little stronger than I am, and yeah. Hey, but you know what? reality checks are good for health. Oh, good lord. How did this get so tight? I know I didn't tighten this much. Good God, that filter was tight. It was so tight, the wrench bent it. Oh, good God. So I use synthetic oil in this car. It calls for 5 quarts of 5W30, and I use, normally I use Mobile 1, but I was reading somewhere that if you use Pennzoil Platinum, it tends to burn less in here, so I'm going to give Pennzoil Platinum a try. 5W30 with a top-of-the-line Pure little filter. They have the Pure Later, the Pure 1, then they have the Boss Pure Later filter. So I went out and bought the Boss Pure Later filter, and we'll see how that goes. And if I drop this filter in this oil, it's going to be bad news bears. Yeah, I said it. Bad news bears. Not to be confused with B&B, because 2 different things. Trust me, I know. Alright, there's our filter. Alright guys, here is the filter I'm going to use. It's, like I said, the Pure Later Boss. It is the PBL 14612. There we go. As I showed you in the Ultima video, I'm going to take this filter out. Make sure that when I took that old filter off, the gasket or O-ring came off the engine block, and it did in my case. There's one on here. I'm just going to use some of this old oil and lubricate this. I mean, yeah, I know it's old oil, but you know what? It's not going back into my engine. It's just a lubricant. The lubrication isn't gone away just because it's gotten old. You know what I mean? So we'll take this bad boy, put it back up here, and screw it in. Something to note, this car is a 3.5 liter V6. The Ultima that I have is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder, but they both use the same oil filter, at least as far as Pure Later goes. They're both 14.6, what are these? Hold on. They're both 14.612, which I kind of found to be funny and odd at the same time. All right, filters on, guys. Time to put this back in. I think it's drained enough. You're never going to get all the oil out unless you drop your pan. Please don't cross thread this. You will have a nightmare on your hands if you cross thread that. Wipe it off, move the oil pan out of the way. In case I do what I usually am very good at doing, dropping the wrench. Don't want to do that. Bad things happen. All right. 22 to 27 foot-pounds of torque on this, guys. Obviously, as you see, I'm not doing that, but just FYI. Don't over-tighten this. You don't want to strip it. Because then, you can't drive your car. There it is, guys. Filter, bolt, filter, drain bolt. Dirty oil. Let me pull this out. Give me a second. Oil we're going to be using. Like I said, somebody recommended this and said it was better than Mobil 1 as far as burning goes in these cars. And also, Advanced Auto Parts by me had this for sale for 25 bucks for platinum synthetic. Oh boy. Let's see if we can do this. Don't splash, don't splash, don't splash. Please don't splash. Don't splash. Thank you. Alright. Let's see if I can set you guys up here somewhere. Where's a good spot? That's an awesome spot, but is my camera going to stay there? Yes. Awesome. All right, guys, here we go. Platinum oil, 5 quarts in here. I'm old-fashioned, I shake oil. You don't have to, I do. Old habits die hard, I guess, I don't know. And in it goes. The good thing about 350Z that I like is it's got this, oh my god, dude. It's got this thing built in where it's got like a rubber gasket around the fill hole here, so oil never spills out. Unless for a complete idiot like I am sometimes, and you still manage to splash outside, like I just did. Because I'm good like that. That's what I do. Expensive oil. Let's get every drop out of it, huh? Supposedly it's good oil. We'll find out. Alright. Let's wipe the outside of this off because I actually hate filthy looking cars. Let's get this back in here. Ah, beautiful oil. Clean, beautiful synthetic oil. No, I don't have an oil fetish, you sick people. Put this back on. There it is. (2003) 350Z oil change quickly. It was there. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for sticking with me. Please like, subscribe, comment. The only thing left to do is to test drive this. Obviously, always look under for any drips or anything. I don't have any. That's just old oil. It's my fan, a ghetto fan, because it's hot out. And we just got to put this thing back on, which I hate with a passion. All those bolts. I'm not going to bore you with how to put a panel back on. I'm sure all of you know how to do that. Alright guys, next up, next week or so, if I get a chance, this car, that wheel bearing, and actually I saw a video on this, and I want to give credit to Eric the Car Guy. Most of you guys might know Eric the Car Guy on YouTube. Please check out his channel. He is a wealth of knowledge, very smart guy, very good. In order for your wheel bearing to be bad, it doesn't necessarily, that didn't come out right. If you lift your car up and you shake your wheel this way, that way, and there's no movement, that doesn't mean your wheel bearing is not bad. If you spin it and you hear a noise, that's bad. What's happening with this car is when I'm driving it, I turn the wheel left and right at like slightly higher speeds and you hear a droning noise, or like, that's my wheel bearing. And I suspect the other one's bad too. So we're going to change this wheel bearing, and we're going to change the other wheel bearing. But that's in a video to come. Alright guys, please subscribe, comment, like. Thank you for watching. Love you all. Bye.